Welcome to the broadcast and
Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn. I'm your host, Nivea Torres, Executive Director of the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, also known as KRC. Our vision is that all children in Indian River County will be ready for kindergarten. We proudly partner with the Moonshot Moment, who is transforming the next generation in Indian River County by having 90% of all students reading on grade level by the third grade. With me today in the studio is Shannon Maitland. Shannon is the Community Engagement Manager at KRC. Welcome back, Shannon.
Thank you for having me.
You're a regular contributor to the show, and we'll be talking about the active role that you play behind the scenes today. But today we're really celebrating Moonshot Radio in our first year.
We had a very successful first season, so thank you to all of our loyal listeners and to all of our guests and all of our supporters and the folks working behind the scenes. We were able to do 39 episodes this season, so we're very happy. We had lots of different guests, and as you know, we had characters dressed up like Cat in the Hat doing story time. We had our friends from the library and the school district and lots of different agencies around town and around the state sharing information and community events.
Shannon, could you believe that a year has passed when we started planning and thinking about the concept for Moonshot Radio? Here we are a year later, 39 episodes in.
I'm shocked that it's been a year already. It happened very quickly, and I know my children are asking to come back after the Christmas show that we did. It did. It went by very fast, but we've gotten a lot of really great feedback from our guests, and our most viewed show was the school district with Brooke Flood talking about VPK. And she put that video on her website, and it's answered a lot of questions that parents have. Just about the logistics and how to sign up. And there have been a lot of really informational shows that you've been able to feature agencies and help the community know what's going on, because there are lots of great things happening around here.
And that's what we really want to remind our viewers and our listeners, for those people who are tuning in via the radio or Facebook or live stream. What is the intent of Moonshot Radio? It's really to connect with the community, right?
It is to connect with the community. Also at KRC, we serve as a clearinghouse of information. So we're trying to bring in those resources so it's accessible for everyone. And then we're also advocates. So we're advocating for children and early childhood education, and also encouraging parents to become their own advocates and advocates for their children, knowing that they have a voice and they can speak up. And as you and I both know, knowledge is power. So the more that you know, the more you can help your child, make their life more successful than your own.
And Shannon, you and I have said many times that a parent is really a child's first teacher. So what are some of the things that we envision and we want to highlight during the second season of Moonshot Radio?
So for season 2, we're really looking at giving parents more of a voice and incorporating more of the developmental milestones, the stages of development, different activities and tips that families can do to help build their child's brain. We also want to bring in some more guests and maybe even some more parent interviews and maybe even some more story times.
Oh, excellent. And you mentioned something that's very important that we really take a lot of time to talk about in this show. So I want to sort of clarify that again for our viewers and our listeners. You talked about developmental milestones. Why should that be so important for us?
Developmental milestones are important for several reasons. One, they're those items or those little tasks that kids are doing at certain ages, most kids are doing. And so for parents, it's kind of a target of, okay, well, if my child's 6 months old right now, at 9 months or 12 months, here's what they should be doing. So it gives you activities and things to work towards. they also serve as an indicator if your child isn't hitting some of those milestones, isn't doing some of those things, then it's a conversation that you might want to have with the pediatrician to see, because every child grows and develops differently. So to see if your kiddo's on track, or to see if maybe there's some sort of intervention or a specialist that can help get your kiddo back on track.
And that's really what we want to do here at Moonshot Radio. Make sure that you understand the importance of developmental milestones and really the role that you play as a parent for your child.
Exactly. And it's important for parents, but also grandparents, aunts and uncles, babysitters, really anybody who interacts with the child. Every moment can be a brain building moment. I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but it's very true. Whether you're at the grocery store, you're in the car, or you're cooking, there are so many little things that you can do just to talk to your child, explain what you're doing, instead of just telling them to, leave me alone, I'm busy. If you take that time, then it really does help build their language and vocabulary and build all of those neuron pathways in their brains.
Like we say here on the show, every moment is an opportunity to learn.
Exactly.
We want to capitalize on that. So let's talk about families then. KRC has a very important family engagement initiative. And I know that there's an infographic that Wayne is going to bring up on the screen for us, for those of you who are viewing this show. Why is this family engagement initiative so important to KRC, and how is it different from other family engagement initiatives, Shannon?
In my mind, our family engagement is the heart of what we do. It's helping families connect to resources, but it's doing it through a trusted community member, and we have a physical presence. So as you know, we have the Family Connection Center in Fellsmere, which is at the community center. It's co-located with Literacy Services. We share a lot of the same families there. And then we also have the Family Engagement Center in Gifford within Victory Park Apartments. There are lots of families and children. And so having a space that's convenient for families to go to, so in case they have transportation barriers, they can walk or take the GO line or get a ride to our centers. And they can get connected with all sorts of different resources. Or sometimes families just need someone in their support network, somebody to talk to. The life of a parent is extremely overwhelming, especially with school just starting. Sometimes just having another adult to talk with can make a world of difference. And our family engagement specialists are both early childhood educators. They've been preschool teachers for decades. And they understand, they relate to families. They're very empathetic and respectful. All of the information that's shared with them is kept confidential. And really we help families set goals based on what they want and need. So we never come in and say, Nivea, you should do this. We come in and say, Nivea, what would you like to do? How can we help you? So I think that really makes a big difference.
So we meet families really physically where they are, and also emotionally, socially where they might be as well. And we customize those services to better help them improve their quality of life, right?
Exactly. We do. We customize everything based on the family's needs. We have some commonalities and some structure within that customization. But yes, we really want to help each individual family and each child, get ready for school and whatever that means for them. So as long as a family has a child in the birth to 5 category, then we can look at that whole family and help everyone in the household, whether it's connecting parents to get their resume and get GED classes, maybe an employer that approached us and asked if we had any parents. It can also be, teaching parents developmental milestones, making sure their kiddo's on track, maybe referring them to one of our partners. Sometimes it's confidence building with families, just letting parents know that they've got what it takes and they can do this, and just having kind of a cheerleader to help them out. And some of our families, especially in Fellsmere, have language barriers. So on rare occasions we do help make phone calls or help translate documents that come in the mail so that families can fill out the appropriate forms in the right way and get the services that they need for their children.
You said something that's very important, Shannon, and I want to bring up a chart. It's a line graph about the number of individuals that we've been able to serve at our Family Connection Center. So from 2016 to now, how has it changed?
Well, as you can see from the graph, it's grown almost exponentially. Our first year in 2016, we hired Nikki, who's our family engagement specialist in Gifford, and we also hired Maria in Fellsmere. And as we, worked out the initiative and we polled the community to see what they needed, we've continued to grow and expand. Maria's had an office in Fellsmere for longer. Nikki's had the office in Gifford for
about a year now.
About a year. And just the more that families are aware of what we do, and the word of mouth has been huge. And we have a lot of families that they work with that then tell their friends and tell their family members. And we're hosting classes, we have workshops, we're giving away free books, we're going sometimes to community events in the targeted communities that we serve. And so it's really just grown organically based on the needs of families and meeting them where they are. I know Maria meets families at the playground sometimes, or I've been to Walmart with both of the women, and it's incredible. They know everybody there, and sometimes can get really great things accomplished in the aisle of the store. So it really just depends. And we've also been adding, more structure and more definition to what we're doing based on the needs that the families are describing to us. So I think that's also been a big increase. And we're very fortunate because we have local funders that are supporting us, which has also increased our capacity. We're very grateful for those.
Yes, we certainly are. So before we take a break, we are taking a recap here of our first year of Moonshot Radio, the success of the show, the success of the Family Connection Centers in Fellsmere and Gifford. And we would be remiss without, like you said, thanking our local funders and supporters, but also our partners who are so integral to the success of both Moonshot Radio and the Family Connection Centers. We don't want to miss anyone, of course, but we do want to mention Healthy Start, Literacy Services. Who else, Shannon? The Mental Health Collaborative now has an active presence at both Fellsmere and Gifford.
The Sequel Care is also doing counseling sessions. We have the Learning Alliance coming.
Learning Alliance.
The Moonshot Rocket. I have a huge list of partners at the office. We have lots of wonderful partners.
Child Care Resources now, who is supporting and helping us with the Learn to Play classes. So we want to make sure that folks know that we are not celebrating our success, but we are celebrating the collaborative success of this initiative. And that's really what we're doing here today. So we're going to take a break to hear from our sponsors, and we will be right back.
At the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, our vision is for every parent, regardless of income or zip code, to have the knowledge and tools they need to raise healthy children that are prepared for kindergarten. Our mission is to support our partners in developing a high-quality early childhood system that is family-centered. Our outreach and parent engagement specialists connect with families and build trusted relationships. KRC has chosen Fellsmere and Gifford as our two focus areas in Indian River County. Our Fellsmere office is located downtown in the city annex, and our New Gifford office is located within Victory Park Apartments. Our administrative offices are now located adjacent to Healthy Start and Treasure Coast Community Health in Vero Beach. The Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, developing a high-quality early childhood system for all children in Indian River County.
Everyday activities are great for funding moments for talking and teaching new words. Babies' brains grow 80% in the first 18 months of life. As parents and your baby's first teacher, you can help build their brain with language and literacy skills. Involve the whole family. Ask questions. The more words babies hear, the larger their vocabulary can grow. Support early childhood education by talking, reading, singing, and family engagement. This message has been brought to you by PNC Grow Up Great and the Florida Grade Level Reading Campaign.
The Cataract Institute at New Vision Eye Center offers the most advanced technology available for patients with cataracts. Gentle, bladeless, computer-guided cataract removal. Our advanced laser system is designed to deliver the best visual results with unsurpassed accuracy and efficiency. No two eyes are the same, not even yours. That's why we use the Varian image-guided system to obtain a fingerprint of your eye before your cataract procedure. Doctors Minotti and Tate offer the safest and most efficient technique for cataract removal and permanent intraocular lens implant. Patients are personally counseled on the best approach for their needs and lifestyle. There are multifocal lenses that allow for distance vision and reading, or toric lenses to correct astigmatism. Call New Vision Eye Center for a consultation or second opinion. Your eyesight deserves world-class eye care. Visit newvisioneyecenter.com or call 772-257-8700. That's New Vision Eye Center in Vero Beach.
For keeping your house pest and termite free, as well as your landscape healthy and green, call Compass Pest Control. Hi, this is Brian Combs, co-owner of Compass Pest Control. We are locally owned and operated with over 60 years of experience. We provide personalized, reliable service to all our clients. Call Compass at 772-925-1740 or visit our website, compasspest.com. That's Compass, P-E-S-T-S.com.
This year, let the professionals at Premier Landscape Solutions enhance your property's curb appeal. Our expert design team can help turn your tired landscaping into the perfect backyard and create a customized care plan that will keep your property looking great year-round. 772-925-0030. Visit our website at VeroBeachLandscaping.com. From bare bones to beautiful, let us transform your space today.
We don't make excuses, we make results. Premier Landscape Solutions.
We're back to Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn. I'm your host, Nivea Torres, Executive Director of KARC. And with me today in the studio is Shannon Maitland, Community Engagement Manager for KARC. Welcome back, Shannon.
Thank you.
Shannon, we're doing a recap of our first year on Moonshot Radio and also the great initiatives that we have at KARC, the work that we've accomplished during this first year. So we talked about Moonshot Radio. We were talking about the Family Connection Centers in Fellsmere and Gifford. And folks can find all of this information on our website, right, if they're interested?
That's correct. krcirc.org.
Excellent. And I know that you've been doing a fabulous job of updating our website, so people can use it as a reference or call our office if they have any questions. Let's talk now about the Lunch and Learn series and sort of the things that we accomplished last year and what we are forecasting for this year.
Yes, so last year we had 3 Lunch and Learns. Lunch and Learns are primarily for our partners, for the professional community, nonprofits, service agencies, government, private businesses, and we like to bring in some guest speakers, have a nice lunch, do some networking, and then have a little bit of an education session. So we had Sharon Hayes come in and talk about learning from history and about the context of working with people in vulnerable communities. With her, my favorite lesson was community-based participatory research, which is what we've been doing in Fellsmere and Gifford, but she put that technical term to it all. We also had Jeff Shearer from Tykes and Teens come, and we talked about, in order to help others, you kind of need to look within yourself. And then our keynote was David Lawrence Jr., who came and talked about early childhood education and some of his experiences and his book. And, well, you interviewed him. You did a fabulous job of that.
Thank you. His memoir, A Dedicated Life, was really just a powerful book. I highly recommend it for anyone who's interested in early childhood education and in his own personal experiences. He was involved in journalism for over 35 years, but A Dedicated Life, just really a great read, wouldn't you say?
It is a wonderful book.
Definitely. Let's talk now about our community events, because we have quite a bit of community events, but let's talk about the Roundup. And I know you have some numbers to share. We have a bar graph, I believe. So what is really the focus of the Roundup? I know we've done some shows on the Roundup, but what are we expecting to achieve with the Roundup?
With the Roundup, we are hoping to get children registered for kindergarten, hoping to get children registered for VPK and the summer transition programs, after-school programs, and also a little bit of health screenings if they're interested. So you can see on this chart, if you're viewing online, over the last 4 years, through this event, we have helped 819 children get registered for kindergarten with the school district.
That is awesome.
It's very exciting. And the kids get a really cute T-shirt when they register. I know my daughter loves that. She wears it for pajamas all the time. We've also been able to help 239 children get their VPK certificates, which means that they can take those to a VPK provider and they get free preschool for anybody who lives in the state of Florida within that certain age requirement. Our school district has the Step Into K, which is a transition program over the summer for kids who have done VPK and maybe want a little bit of extra practice before kindergarten starts. We've gotten 230 applications at the event. And then our biggest number, our friends at TCCH have done dental screenings and dental giveaways at the event. So that's a bag with toothbrush and floss and dental education as well as talking about the importance of brushing. We've tracked that at 1,045 people have gotten either the dental screenings or the giveaway bags or a combination of those in just 4 years. So we're really excited about that because we know from medical providers and from feedback from families that sometimes kids have dental problems when they enter kindergarten. And a kid might say, "Oh, my tooth hurts," and they might say it once or twice, and then they might not say anything else. And then when a medical professional looks in their mouth, then they might need a little bit of dental help. And how can you learn when you have a toothache?
Of course. Wow, Shannon, that is just very impressive what the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative and its partners have been able to do these last 4 years. Do we have a tentative date for the Roundup 2020?
We're looking at the last Saturday in February, which is what it's been traditionally. We have not set an official date yet, so stay tuned on our website and our Facebook page. And one more thing with the Roundup, I just want to thank all of the event staff and volunteers and sponsors who have helped make that event possible. Over the last 4 years, we've had over 400 event staff and volunteers participate in that day. It's 4 hours, but it's a very, very busy day, and we've had over 2,000 people attend the last couple years, so it's intense, but it's wonderful and very fun.
And it's well worth it. So we want to spend some time now showing flyers of our next activities and events, and really the focus of our work from here on. And that is really the Learn to Play classes. I see that on the screen, we have the flyer. Last night, we were in Fellsmere, and I believe next Monday night, we will be in Gifford, correct?
That is correct. So our Learn to Play sessions are parent training sessions. They're very fun and interactive, where a parent or both parents can come with their child or children and get to engage in a lesson, hands-on activities. They get a free book. We feed everybody dinner. If you're like me and you have older children as well as younger children, you can bring the older kids with. We have lots of age-appropriate activities and games. They get to play while the parent and the little one get to spend some one-on-one time. And we do them in kindergarten classrooms, which is just so cool because then the kids get the experience of being in the classroom before that time, so they're much more comfortable with it.
And if folks want to register, they can visit our website or call our office for more information. Before we sign off, we want to thank our sponsors, PNC Bank, who is a sponsor of Moonshot Radio, and our generous donors who support KRC, Quail Valley, the Children's Services Advisory Committee, Tremaine Foundation, the Johns Island Foundation, the Service League, Grand Harbor. I think I got them all.
United Way,
and the Learning Alliance.
The Learning Alliance and Healthy Start.
And now CCR, who's also supporting us. And I also want to thank Wayne, Donna, and Cindy, who made this first year possible. And of course, you, all of you, produced this show. Thank you so much. And to our viewers and our listeners, thank you for supporting Moonshot Radio. And until next time, this has been Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn.